Hey, what's going on, everybody? Trying something out here before the big release. College Football 26 early access on Monday, then July 10th for everybody. So, want to do this. Want to do this thing here, see if we can get some people in here, and then kind of go over what I want to do with this stream. Just kind of hang out. We could talk about the game. We could talk about how things went for your seasons, dynasties, anything like that. Or also we could talk about fall practices with the Hurricanes starting up soon. What's going on, Canes Cat? Heat, what's up, man? Yeah, I was just kind of talking here. So I'm just gonna get right into it. What I've done is I have compiled 89 unopened packs. I thought, there was a time I was doing some Ultimate Team, just kind of a little bit here and there, and did some challenges throughout the year. And then I was going to do a video, just never did. And now with the new game coming out, I've got all these packs and just had ideas of doing videos and content on Ultimate Team, but I just never did. So in this video, in this stream, I'm just going to open up packs. We're just going to see if we can land some Canes, some big guys, some top players, and just chat a little bit. Just kind of a relaxed atmosphere for the stream. Nothing big, but we can certainly get into a bunch of things here. And also I'm not sure, there's definitely, I want to do content. I'm going to have early access for the game starting on Monday. I know everybody's excited about the game and just trying to figure out exactly what content I'm going to do with that, whether it's the dynasty, there's other good modes and different things to do for content. Certainly the team ratings. I know there's been some leaks already, so looking forward to seeing the official roster ratings and things like that. I've already put out a few things. I did a video late last night. I put a video comparing Carson Beck, his player ratings compared to Cam Ward, and just kind of going through that. I think people are going to be very interested in seeing how both of those quarterbacks compare on the game, because there's certainly differences, and I discussed that as well. But I want to get into this here. And definitely drop in the comments in the chat if you want me to buy some packs. I've got some points here that I just never used, and there's all kinds of different things here. So I'm just going to go over real quick, looking at the packs here, but also I want to look at the store and see if there's anything in here to look at as well. And one of the things that's kind of frustrating, or just is what it is the carryover from this, all the stuff that you gain from here into the next one, into the next game. So I think that is a little bit disappointing. We could do that one real quick, the Wild Goose Pack. Let's make this one the first one we do here. Let's just get this thing going here. Got a goose token. And I was checking out some videos, and if you guys have done this, so you have to open up each one, and for the next game, it's actually going to be, you're not going to have to wait for the animation each time, is what I was seeing. So that's kind of a new update, something different there. So let's back on out of here. And so it's actually going to be 90 packs, because that counted as a pack. So let's go here. I'll show you the lineup that I had. And again, I didn't do this a lot, but I had some decent players. I never really got into the 80s. Like I said, I let all these packs just accumulate. I just never opened any packs, because again, I wanted to do content, and better late than never, I guess. But this wasn't what I envisioned. And if I want to do this for the next game, I definitely would want to do it more regular, on a more regular basis than what I've done here. So a little offense, defense, again, picking up some players just occasionally through challenges. All right, so that's kind of what the squad looks like. Canes Cat, appreciate it. Yeah, the baseball team, definitely enjoyed how things transpired. I always enjoy the seasons, but certainly the way the season went and the success and seeing how they had that late run, and then also the momentum. I think that's what's been fun right now, is seeing the momentum carry over. There's some quality transfers in, and not to veer off too much, but one of the things that stands out to me in terms of the baseball building of the roster is understanding where these players are going to be slotted in terms of roles. Like, not every pitcher you bring in is going to be your ace, or every hitter is going to be the starter. And I think they're just building it well. They're getting quality players. They got all conference guys. So yeah, we're going through some really old packs here. These were part of the packs that were from the pre-order. We got Will Johnson. So we get one pick out of here. Heisman hopeful. I'm watching these ratings come across in the 83s. That would have been the highest guy on my team. Zachariah Branch, deep threat. Carson Beck. We got to go Carson Beck here. I was hopeful that we would get him in here. So yeah, we definitely got to go Carson Beck here. It only makes sense for the stream here. Alma Mater pack. Let's open this up. See what we can get here. Again, we get to pick one. So we got to go ACC. See if we can land anybody here. So yeah, we get one pick in this round as well. Pick the best one. Castellanos, huge name there in the offseason. Florida State's quarterback. Certainly was in the news for some comments he made about Alabama. Oh, I do want to share this as well. ACC kickoff for Miami. They are going to be there. It's like the preseason ACC media day essentially, but Miami is July 22nd. It's a 3-day event with all the teams, but Miami's on the first day. How are we doing on the background? Oh, Jalen Rivers. We got to go Jalen Rivers there, unless somebody else pops up. Do you guys like hearing the pack opening sound, or is this getting annoying? I can mute this. We can just kind of go with the background sound. Actually, I'm gonna just do it. Ashton Daniels, Kyle McCord. Kind of speed this up here. Okay, so we'll go Jalen Rivers here. All right. I'll put it back on then. 86 packs to go. All right, cover athlete pack. These are the three guys from last year. We're going to go Travis Hunter here. You know, another thing too, if you guys are into this mode as well, if you did the pre-order stuff for the 26 game, you're going to get guys that you're going to get either Ryan Williams or Jeremiah Smith, and they're going to be 81 overall, so you can pick either one. And essentially, if you play this pretty regularly, within a week or so, you're probably going to go ahead and get higher rated players. But it's a good starting point. Blake Corum, got Michael Penix Jr. This is the ultimate alumni pick. Again, we're picking one out of here. J.C. Late, Jordan Morgan, and Cooper DeJean. What do we do here? Brock Bowers at tight end. Let's go ahead and anyone have a pick here? We'll yeah, I'm just gonna go Bowers here on this one. All right. Another alumni welcome pack. Get the upgrade Malik Neighbors, get the upgrade token there. Oh, also, just to let you know, if you're a fan of Ultimate Team, you can get 12 campus tokens by just watching the Twitch stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time there. If you connect your EA account with the EA Sports College account, it'll link up and then you'll get 12 campus tokens just for watching. One campus token is like 15 minutes. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. I'll hopefully have this done before then. So if you guys want to switch over and kind of work on getting some campus tokens, just a heads up on that. Legends welcome pack. So this is a big one here. I'm hoping to get a Miami guy here. Let's see what we can get here. Unlock your favorite champion players by collecting weaker versions and trading them up. Let's do a quick sell. Gain some currency. We'll probably use the points and currency to buy some stuff as well. Buy some more packs. Matthew Dennis there. Standard bundle. All right, the alma mater pack cover. All right. Wonder if this is going to be the same. The alma mater pack. For this one, I'm gonna do. I'll do my alma mater and see if we can land someone here. Since I went with Jalen Rivers on the other alma mater pack. Yeah, we got Bangura there. That's what we're gonna do. Unless something else pops up. A couple quarterbacks in here. Dante Moore, Drew Aller. Okay, let's grab the alma mater pick then. So we already got Travis Hunter. We'll add another back, Edwards. All right, so we still have 75 packs left. So that's a nice card there. So we get to pick 3. Let's go with these 3 here. Yeah, I like the Legends card. Let's do that. Ellis Robinson at 94. That's our highest rated guy so far that we've gotten here. Another EA Play Loyalist pack. Grabbing these for being with EA Play. There's a Legends pack. Who do we got here? Eric Dickerson, the 91. Definitely like that. We're going to grab that one. Zion Branch. I like those college kickoff ones. Stan Quan. South Florida. We gotta do that there. So we're gonna go, yeah, we'll go with these 3 here. We'll take that. JT Pennington. Nice little 87 there. We're getting some good players in here. Some 90s. I like that. One of the carryovers also, I was looking, Devin Hester is going to be a carryover if you guys have done the carryover feature here for 26. Again, we're picking 3. We'll go Devontae, Cam Vaughn. Let's go Quinnen Williams. We're gonna leave out. Yeah, we're gonna leave out Kenneth Walker. Dominican Sue, we'll take that. I like these college kickoff packs. The cards here look pretty cool. So we get one of these. There's tokens. We'll go UCF here. Colorado State pack. Another thing with College Football 26, they just released the team rankings for overall offense and defense. Miami checks in at number 11 overall with an 86 rating, which is a little interesting because they're number 10 in offense with an 89 rating, and then they're number 15 in defense with an 88. I think people are going to enjoy that. That's good anytime you have a team, your favorite team, that has a good rating. I'm curious. So last year during Dynasty, people that took Miami, I felt like Chris Johnson was a guy that became a fan favorite, a guy that they could kind of play with his speed and kind of get him in different situations. I'm curious who's going to be kind of that guy this year. Maybe a little bit of an underrated guy, or a guy that doesn't have a huge role on the team, but someone that people get real excited about using them in the game. 65 packs left. Let's look at the Edgewater Legends here. RJ Harvey, Carl Joseph, Tommy Hill. What else do we got here? These are just playbook packs. Jacksonville State. Go. Let's go with an 81 here. Well, 83. So we get to pick one of this group. Josh Farmer. Oh, Westmoreland. What have we got? Right guard. Actually, let's go with the Ultimate Alumni. Actually, no, let's not do that. Get through these playbook ones here. Jarvis Green out of Clemson. Let's check out this Game of the Week pack. Clemson, NC State. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what Clemson has here. New King, what's going on? Just going through these packs here. I had 89. I think it would end up being 90 because I bought the daily. So 90 packs going through it here. Hopefully, if you're getting excited about the game coming up, I was telling people earlier that you can get 12 campus tokens if you go to your Twitch. If you connect your Twitch account over to EA Sports College, they're streaming at 8 o'clock tonight for College Football 26. So you can pick up some campus tokens just by watching, or even just like leaving it on if you've not done the Twitch stuff. But yeah, you can just kind of leave it on if you're not going to watch it fully. All kinds of options here. Would you play one-on-one? I want to see play. David plays a lot. I know he's got he's got different dynasties that he does. I haven't been playing in a long time. But that's what I was saying with this. I wanted to get back into this. I've been saving all these packs and never got back into or never did any content on it. Let's just grab this. Yeah, I definitely want to do it. It would be cool to do some sort of playing, whether it's this game or something. I actually I had it set up. Everything was set up and ready to go. I was going to play with a former Miami player who was in the NFL. We were going to do a game and kind of just chat and stuff and just play, but it didn't work out. But I've always thought back on wondering if that would be something people would be interested in. Why don't you announce you're doing this on Inside the U before you go live? Well, partly the stuff with the live stuff, some of it has to do with a little bit the connection was a little bit off, and sometimes I don't know, I planned on doing it, but I don't like to announce it if it's not actually going to work out. And sometimes with live stuff, it doesn't really work out the way I would want, or I've had to cancel it at times because I couldn't get the connections or different settings. So that's one reason why I don't typically announce ahead of time, or even do a lot of live stuff in general. Shout out to everybody that does. I know there's a lot of good Miami channels that do live stuff. Again, we'll go with some alma mater stuff. And also with this one, I knew it was going to be a little bit longer. I thought about just doing like a 10-minute, or a much shorter video with this, but, or that's what I would had in mind if I was going to be doing content on Ultimate Team. JD, what's going on? Any good pulls? I got 90 here. I'll go back and show you. There's a 94 and Ellis Robinson the fourth. It's all been kind of basic. I haven't got into some of the bigger packs. Got a Carson Beck, pack 1 maybe, pack 2. So that was cool. Let's look at the squad. We have 49 packs still to go. Let's just generate the best lineup. We can kind of go through it. So picked up a 91, all the 90. Okay, so going into it, the highest rated guy was an 82. So yeah, it got an 83 Carson Beck. But yeah, the Dickerson 91, the Vaughn 91. Those were the big ones on offense. Stanquan Clark a 92. So nothing big. I know the big pulls are you can get over 95, certainly 99s. But yeah, right now, the biggest one so far is the Robinson 94. Clark 92, 91 there. Yeah, when I was any of these legends are good. 90, 86. When I was actually like going through it again, it would have been nice to to play with a squad with having all these high ranking guys. The homecoming pack. A couple LSU guys, all LSU. What do you guys like here? Go Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Jefferson. I am curious what you got to go Jefferson. Oh, we get all 3 of them. Looks like we just get all of them. Well, that works too. Yeah, these playbook packs aren't as much fun. I'd rather get the players. For the pistol. Do you have a need? Not really. everything needed to be upgraded. I think, with the running back getting Dickerson in there, that's good. I think any good receivers would be good to add as well. Got the Bowers. I think it was an 82. So getting those kind of higher end offensive pass catchers would be good. Am I just picking the same thing here? There's only one. I don't know why we have to select it. Team looks solid. Yeah, I felt like it's definitely gotten upgraded. Let's go through players here. Pick up a corner. 72 overall player. This guy would not make the squad right now. This is kind of one of those early on pickups. But really for that first, you really want to get over 80 as quickly as possible with your players. And then kind of build off of that. So when we started, the squad was, I think, a 74 overall. So already at 84. We've got a pro style offense. We'll go George's. Game of the week, a fantasy pack here. Oregon, Ohio State. We'll do Oregon. Have you played any games yet with your team? Yeah, I played a lot before. All the guys I've added now, I've not been playing with. But yeah, I played a bunch before and then just kind of set it down. Ultimate Team was something that I got into a little bit. I'd always preferred the Dynasty mode more. But certainly just kind of like you can kind of get in and get out of games quite a bit with Ultimate Team, and the packs are fun. So yeah, I would play before all the pack openings and stuff, but I've not played obviously since getting all these guys, all the new players. It was a solid team. Cam Ward again, just like an 80-81, so nothing big there, but that certainly helped. Kind of going back on Cam, that video that I put out last night, I was really surprised, not surprised, but just really noticed the difference between him and Carson Beck's ratings. How big of a difference it is on throwing on the run in particular, not just the speed acceleration, which is going to be noticeable, but I'm very curious to see how people react or enjoy playing with quarterback, because Cam's kind of one of those quarterbacks on the game that made it so easy to make plays, extend plays, and throw accurate balls on the run. Carson's just going to be a different style. You have to sit back a little bit and kind of pinpoint or do that play action stuff that I was mentioning, which is so different than what Miami does right now with its offense. And I wonder if that's going to translate at all during the season. We've not, obviously we didn't see Carson in the spring. So we'll see if there's going to be just differences with the offense at all to kind of cater more towards Carson's skill set. Have you given a prediction on how you think the season will go for the Canes this year? I have not, JD. You know, one thing that's really interesting with this team is there were just like a little bit like last year, but there were so many new players that were added after spring ball, transfers. You know, you've got some injury situation. Carson's coming off an injury. Torrey there, coming off an injury. CJ Daniels, is he gonna be, full, just back to what he was? After kind of dealing with some injury stuff. So I think the new players I haven't seen in person yet, how it's going to be what it's going to look like. Okay, so here we go. This is our highest rated guy so far, Giles Jackson there, 95, the spring break card. That's cool. So these are big time. So we get 2 of these guys. Jackson with the 95, we got to do that, but I like this Underdogs one as well. So JD, I guess to answer your question, it's a little just hard for me automatically just to say all the upgrades or what this team is going to look like. And I think I haven't checked lately, but I think the win, we could look right now if the win total is still at 8.5. Vegas win total. So we're going to go, I like the Dexter Lawrence card there, but I'm going to go with one of these underdog. We don't have an underdog card yet. We'll go Sheffield, route runner. We'll go Charles up front there. So I see Miami at 9.5, and then 9 with 1, but two at 9.5. 2 outlets have them at 9.5. And I think when you look at the schedule, there are a couple favorable things. The home games that started out, Notre Dame, Florida in that first 4. And you don't go out of the state till November. But I know that there's a little disappointment with the bye weeks internally. Just that you get them early on in the season, two buys within a 3-week span. It's kind of just an odd situation with the schedule. Typically you'd like 1 in the beginning and then 1 later. All right, so here we go. We can get Legends pack here. I'm surprised we have not pulled very many Miami cards out of here yet. There we go. That's a good one. Warren Sapp there. Let's see. I was shocked how well talked about the corner. Yeah, I didn't listen to what he had to say, but Xavier Lucas, certainly the staff is excited about him. He's someone really they're kind of counting on to be, one of those top corners. Can he be the best corner on the team? I think that's what you're hoping for. OJ Frederic, he's another guy kind of coming off a bit of an injury there, but I think that'll be interesting. But again, I think Lucas, those Frederic, I think Charles Brantley with what he's bringing to the table. And then again, kind of seeing what they have with the other corners. Ethan O'Connor, we saw a little bit out of him in the spring. But yeah, they definitely brought in corners. They definitely wanted to upgrade there and just essentially let it shake out. Carnley already left there in the spring and already gone. But I think you're going to see that happen across the country. But yeah, I think, kind of going back to your question about this team for this season, I think we have 28 packs left. I think it is very interesting to see where they're going to be better at, because certainly there were some faults last year. Touched on the secondary, that they certainly could have been better there. So are you better there? And then how much of a difference are you getting at quarterback? You know, Carson certainly had some good moments at Georgia. There's no doubt about that. But is he going to be able to lead and have that consistent top end production like Cam had? Running backs, you know, you don't, you know, with Fletcher and Lyle, you're hoping they're a little bit better than last year. But then, you know, losing Martinez, you know, what kind of loss will that be? Let's go Heisman hopefuls. That's what, JD, that's how we got Carson Beck. Again, I think it was like the first or second pack, but got Carson Beck and the Heisman hopeful. So let's see what we can get here. So we got a tip there. And then what else do we get? A little Xavier Restrepo. A little Miami card right here. I like that. And I didn't mean I wasn't trying to say little Xavier. He was huge for Miami, man. This is another player when we talk about like differences. You know, they don't have a Restrepo on the squad. So how much of a difference is that going to make? But yeah, that's cool. That's 2 Heisman hopeful cards. Those are our best 2. I think they're the only 2 ones we got. The Beck and the Restrepo there. Yeah, these playbook packs are a bit rough. Let's just go to Cincinnati. We got another Legends pack coming up. Also, there's a couple good packs at the end. The graduation one. So Desmond Howard, that's a cool one. Let's go to let's look at our lineup here and see what kind of squad we have before. So we have 24 packs left. Let's generate the best lineup. So we go from 84 overall now up to an 86. Receivers are looking good. That's crazy though. So 91. So Howard and X don't even make the top 3 there. With Devontae Smith 87, Jackson the 95. Our offensive line's not great there. 76, 77. Fullback's not a big deal. We got 2 Brock Bowers cards. Or no, just the one. Defense. Looking good up front there with Sapp, Charles, and Sue and Williams. That's a big that is a really big front 4 there. Sapp and Williams on the ends. And Charles and Sue up front and the inside. Yeah, linebackers aren't great. 80, 76 still sticking around somehow. Go 88 with McLeod there. Carl Joseph. Definitely remember him. Oh, again, JD, again, I didn't hear what he said. Looks like a first rounder. That's certainly high praise. I tend to wait on stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of excitement around him. There's no doubt about it. But I'm curious, you know, and I think that's what's going to be interesting with the season opener against Notre Dame. Although Notre Dame with its run game, but like last year against Florida, even though it's one game, you saw so much positivity out of it. So what do we got here? Heisman moments. That really kind of, you know, looking back on how that first game went, you know, particularly what the offense looked like with Cam Ward. Certainly things carried on throughout the season based on some of the things that we saw in that first game. So I'm curious to see, like Xavier Lucas, for example, if he has a big game in that first one, you know, will that really set him on a positive trajectory for the rest of the season? I do want to say, in case you didn't see it, talking with Francis Mauinoa the other day. One thing I didn't mention in the article that about how summer workouts were going and what he thought of Carson. Or we're gonna save these two here. I like the Legends packs. But he asked about Ruben Bain too, and he always likes those battles and kind of how they help each other and things like that. So he definitely had positive things to say about Ruben and looking for a big year. We'll go Gerard Holloman. Yeah, he had a huge year in Dade County with all the interceptions. And then taking that to Louisville. All right, we're going to save the 85s. The strategy item pack. This one's not that exciting. Uncommon strategy item. Coach the defensive line. Those things are helpful, though. Going to help boost your team. Again, we're going to save these Legends packs. Let's go to the Week 9 Fantasy pack. Go with OU on this one. So we're going to save these two Legends, the Legends Throwback Pack. Okay, so yeah, here's the graduation pack. So only 18 left. The extra credit bundle, that'll be good. Graduation ones, we'll get into those. Those will be fun to open and maybe get some high rated players as well. So we're almost there. All right, I feel good about this. We are down to 18 packs left. So let's go ahead and finish this off here. Yeah, Calvin Russell picking Syracuse. And not, I think Calvin's great. I think he's a great receiver. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. There's no doubt about it. I always enjoyed watching him, being around him, talking with him. I had a good long chat with him at a track meet this spring. And, he's wearing Oregon gear there. I know he was high on Oregon as well. But yeah, he ends up picking Syracuse. It's disappointing in general, just top end guys. We've talked about this for a long time. Just top end guys, not going to Miami. So, and there's a lot. Like if you look at essentially the top 20 players in Florida, the top players in South Florida, but it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think there's any way to. I don't like when people want to diminish certain players just because they didn't go to the school that you want them to go to. And Calvin's great, and again, I've always enjoyed my interactions with them. And Syracuse, it's a big one, and I think you're going to see that maybe a little bit more now in the sense of players going to schools that don't traditionally get big time recruits. With all the stuff with NIL and all the other opportunities here. So we got 10 minutes before, again, switching over. If you want to watch that Twitch stream, get connected, pick up those 12 campus tokens, possibly if you watch all of it tonight. That's at 8. So go to EA Sports College. Again, I'm just like recommending that just because if you're watching this, maybe you're interested in picking that up. We got 15 packs left here. Can we get it done in 10 minutes? Tristan Keys, kind of just thoughts on him last summer, talking with him at the camp at the UA event there last year. Amari Cooper just was talking about him because of Nick Lanier over at Northwestern, and then kind of remembering Amari going to practices at Northwestern when he was there, watching him play games, different players. but certainly excellent receivers at Northwestern, like a Calvin Russell type as well. But Tristan Keys, at that event, he was rated around 20th, coming out not as well known as maybe some of the other receivers at the event. And he was great. He was great. I wasn't surprised. I said at the time, and I'm not involved with the rankings, but there we go. Ricky Williams. Shout out to the Dolphins there. I wasn't surprised that he was going to go up in rating after the event. But one of the things that's really cool is I was watching Tristan and I had to ask him about it, but he can throw the ball like, I don't know if it's, I was watching it, was it 70 to 80 yards? I mean, he could throw the ball like farther than the quarterbacks. He just grabbed the ball, stood at the end zone. I might have video on it. I don't know if I put it out there. But it's pretty ridiculous. So if he ends up at Miami or I talk to him again, I'll definitely bring that up. It's kind of a cool thing to watch, a non-quarterback be able to throw it like that. What do we got here? These starter packs, are these going to be good? We should have done, how much of a starter are these? Oh, 83, that's not bad. That would have got us in there. We could use, we could boost up the O-line here. This is a bit of a help. Evan Stewart. So that's not going to help our receivers now. That's a pretty good, a nice little haul there, this pack. This extra cut-up bundle. And we get it for defense as well. Yeah, the natural core strength. JD, what's crazy too, and I don't know how much you've seen him, he's not, Tristan's not the, so defense, we'll go blitz on this one. He's like more in the thinner side as a receiver. So that makes it more, it's not just one of these crazy, overwhelmingly physically looking receivers. Like Calvin. Calvin's much taller and just a bigger guy. But yeah, it's impressive. You know, another thing that these guys do all the time, and you kind of just get used to it, going to 7-on-7 events, in particular tournaments, the amount of talent that they all have and the ability just to celebrate with backflips all the time. Like everybody can do it. It's pretty impressive. They make it look so easy. These high-end athletes, doesn't matter the position. It's always impressive, even seeing it year after year here. All right, so this is our highest guy, Bryson Daly. I knew the graduation packs would be good, but getting a 97 here, that's pretty cool. Let's see. We've got some other ones as well. Let's try to get some 95 pluses all across the board here. Yeah, so we're going to get some more, and then we're going to wrap this up here. This is a good way to end it with some quality packs. I do have all the points left over. Jamari Bellamy at 97 corner. Those cards do look good. A 99 Colin Ramos. There we go. That's our highest rated guy. Our first 99 speed rusher out of Navy. These are graduation hint packs. I hear you like geese. You like when they're wild, and you love good chase. Go check the store. I hear they're going ballistic over there. We'll go back to the store, but all these hints. We picked up the goose one as well earlier, so I don't know if that's what it's referring to. Yeah, those underdog packs are pretty cool. All right, let's just finish this up. 5 packs left. These, let's see if we can. I haven't paid attention, but yeah, solving the graduation, the hints here. Fresh recruits. Once you have them, come meet me at the set rendezvous on what to do next. So yeah, you got to complete those sets of the cards and the check in the binder. All right, last pack here. We went through 90 packs. The season 7 welcome pack is our last pack. And then I'm going to update the team and see where we're at here. The Brandon Ennis. It ends on Brandon Ennis, South Florida kid. Definitely enjoyed watching him play. 94 overall. And we are done opening all 90 packs here. Let's look at the squad. Let's update the roster, see what we're looking at. Before we started it, we were 74 overall. And now at the end of it, we'll generate the best lineup, best team overall. It takes us to an 88. That is a huge difference. We weren't able to get 80s here on the left guard and center. We did get the Jalen Rivers card. And then we were able to pick up some 95 plus rated guys. Jackson there on the spring break card. Daly on the grad. I like the Dickerson one. So put Ricky Williams at fullback, the 84. So the Ennis 94. And then the Restrepo, the 86, the Heisman hopeful card. Also got the Heisman hopeful Carson Beck. And then on defense, it all starts up front with that front four there. So Sapp's out now, but still an impressive defensive line, 87, 94, 90, 91. Ellis Robinson, those corners are sick, the 94, and then Bellamy at 97. That would be, so go 83 and then go Holloman 84 there. And safeties with Branch and Walters there. So yeah, the 99 Ramos, that's the highest one. So yeah, got a few. So we're looking at counting. So the 94 plus guys, Robinson, Ramos, Bellamy. And then on offense, the 94 plus guys are Jackson, Daly, and Ennis to round it out. Okay, definitely appreciate everybody for watching and kind of sticking with it here. JD, great chatting with you a little bit, and we'll do it more. Plenty of content. Again, early release of the game comes out on Monday, and then July 10th will be the full public release. But yeah, I'll have content. Looking forward to grinding it out, and maybe we'll do some more of this. But if I do it, I want to stay updated on it. And kind of build the team and play it out and go through the challenges as opposed to just doing 90 packs at once there. So, but we'll see. But anyways, all right. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, you can go check out the Twitch stream, get it connected, get you some campus tokens there. And then spring or fall football is right around the corner. I touched on July 22nd. It's a big day. That's the ACC kickoff. The media day, Miami's day, is July 22nd. The first of 3 days for ACC. So that's a big one there. And yeah, the last week of July, they'll be off as I get ready for fall camp. So, okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.